Councilors are an integral part of democratic development, local governance, and transformative rural development. The National Decentralization Policy of 1998, as supported by the Local Government Act of 2010, roundly recognized councillors as indispensable actors in steering local development through their councils, which are legally mandated to provide improved public service delivery to the citizens. Realizing the role that councillors play in a community, Active Learning Centre of Scotland (ALC), in partnership with the Women's Legal Resources Centre Warwick, with financial support from the Royal Norwegian Embassy, implemented a 3-year project called Capacity Building and Strengthening Transparency in Local Government in 11 district councils in Malawi, with 119 councillors. The project commenced in the year of 2018 and was expected to phase out in 2020. However, due to COVID-19 pandemic, it phased out in 2021. On the 2nd of February 2022, the two partners had their last project meeting at Wankulu Palace Hotel in Lilongwe, with an aim of giving an overview of the project during its years of implementation. But what was the project aimed to achieve?
So basically the project was targeting local government councillors from 11 councils, and it was aimed at strengthening them in terms of their capacity to be able to scrutinize budgets at council level, to track performance of budgets at council level, but also ensuring that there were transparent systems being adopted at council level.
The aim of the project was to hold others to account, the Secretariat, the budgets, seeing that services and developments were happening, and they could scrutinise them and have the skills to do that.
For the project to achieve its objectives, what approaches did it adopt during implementation?
We had regional roundtables where we brought together every councillor from the 11 districts, and over a period of 2 or 3 days, once a year, they would share experiences with each other, and we would do modules on things like tackling corruption, on engaging with citizens, on scrutinising budgets. And then in 2019, after the election, when there were a whole range of new councillors elected, we piloted a mentoring scheme, matching 20 new councillors with 20 mentors, and that was very successful. And then once a year, the councillors, with the support of Warwick staff in the field, would hold a series of citizen engagement meetings, where they would engage with the people that they represented in informal meetings.
Ndifotokoza ena mama project amene akhala kutichitira makamaka ife makansala makamaka project yoona kunena kuti tikhoza kumana ndanza trainer kumakambirana nawo makamaka kumafotokozera anthu community za ma project amene akugwidwa m'makanso.
In the project, they involved the Anti-Corruption Bureau (ACB). But what role did they play, and what have the councillors learned?
One of the key elements that we also emphasized was the prevention of corruption. Prevention is something that we cannot ignore, because what you're doing when you are implementing projects is using of resources. And what we are encouraging as the Anti-Corruption Bureau is for them to make sure that corruption is prevented, so that the resources that are dispersed to them, whether through government or through donors, is used for intended purpose and for the benefit of the communities that they are serving.
Tisanalandire upangiri una wose mwina zimakanika kuti tione bwinobwino kuti kodi pokhuso zinthu zikuyenda bwanji makamaka nkhani zakatangali zili bwanji. Chifukwa cha upangiri umene anatipasa Warwick tikumakwanisa kudziwa makamaka kuona kunena kuti project imene ikugwiridwira ndi ndalama izi mwina zikupanga tali kwambiri, kuona kunena kuti katangali ndi zithuphu sizikuchitika pa ntchito makamaka mboma la Nsanje.
Has the project achieved its goals?
I have benefited a lot from the trainings which were conducted by Warwick. and with the Active Learning Centre of Scotland. In fact, when we are just ushered as councillors, it's like we have got little knowledge about what are the budgets like, what are the regulations, and what we are supposed to do. Now, with these trainings we have with the WAREC, which is now phasing out, it has capacitated us very well in the sense that now we know what budgets are there, what are government transfers coming to the district, and how do we scrutinize them, and how do we track them. Because the most important thing is you should know the budgets and you should know how to track them, how to follow them, and you have to communicate them, the same budgets, to the communities you are representing.
It made a lot of impact, and councillors appreciated the project itself. And actually, even at this moment, as we're winding up, they were still saying if there's any opportunity for us to continue, they would appreciate, because they really believe that it has made them to be what they are currently.
Did the citizens learn anything from the project?
Citizen engagement helped a lot in bringing awareness to what was happening at council, but also people were able to appreciate the role of councillors.
Ngati ma council members pamene tapita ku council kukakumana makamaka kukambirana nkhani ya zitukuko timabwereranso kuzera mu structure za boma zimene zinakhazikitsidwa kumuzi ngati ku ADC kuma VDC ndikuwafotokozera iwo nkumadziwa kunena kuti though kuti council yalandira ndalama chaka chino koma mwina dera lathu lino tikwanisa kulandira ma project awa ndipo ndalama zonse ndi izi.
Now that the project has phased out, how will councillors sustain the progress brought forward in their councils through this project?
In Zuz, we got a group with the citizens themselves. So whenever they note something on a certain project, or they want to inquire something, they will come direct on a WhatsApp group where there is our citizens and councillors. So they will raise that direct.
We feel this has been planted in each and every council. Once that has been planted, just feel it will be being done. So we feel like with the 3-year period, this has been planted in us. So definitely we are going to initiate this and do it in our areas.
The important thing is that every councillor that we worked with, 119 over the last 4 years now, we're all committed to building a better community and also building a better country. So I am convinced, as I'm sure Danny is, that local government has a really important, crucial role to play in the development of Malawi, and central to that are the local councillors.
What we're expecting is that the councillors will be able to sustain the efforts that were laid down. So we are looking forward to a time where we are going to go back to the councils and see how they are utilizing the knowledge which they gained through this project.
So this program helped us a lot, and I want to assure you, if there is any chance, maybe I would ask you to maybe continue with the program, because there are still some small gaps that we need to cement. So if there is any chance, please, I want to ask you to continue with this program.
So lastly, let me thank the WAREC for the great job done to us by funding and even allowing us to come and gather as such we are doing. We spend a lot of money in every corner, but we admire what you have done for us. Thank you so much.
In a special way, I also want to thank the district council secretariats. Though we haven't been working directly with them, but they were supporting the project. Because whenever we called upon them to release you or to release their vehicles, they were readily available to do that. Yes.
It's quite a sad day because we've been coming to Malawi for a long time. We've been working with Maggie for 10 years, 2010, 11. Susan's been, we will of course be coming back, and Susan's been coming for a very long time. So to have this come to an end and not to be working with you anymore, it's quite sad.
It has been a very real privilege to work with them over the last few years, and on behalf of the Active Learning Centre, and we wish them all the very best in their future work.